Well, good morning, team. It's Tommy G, Middle-Aged Millennial. It is just after 6 a.m. Been up for about 2.5 hours already so far anyway. How are we today? I don't expect I'll hear anything back because no one's on yet. But that's okay because we wanted to record the final day, the day of reckoning, and it's the last day, therefore, of my fasting mimicking diet. So Dr. Longo's, oh, Pete, early, you must be making breakfast about now, mate. Oh, you had it already probably, actually, isn't it? About 8 a.m. over there. So this is the final day. We're doing the final weigh-in and check, and then I'm looking forward to having something that I would normally have. It looks like you need coffee. Damn right, and I'm not drinking it until doing my weigh-in. It's interesting. Of course, I cheated already and had a look at my weight. So let's do that, and then we're going to check what state of ketosis I'm in and sugar, and then we are done. Just making. Oh, cool. Thanks, mate. Hand one over. Give me a digital coffee would be good. So let's get on the scales, and it's an interesting result here, right, on the scale. So I'll just get on, and 75.4, which is really interesting. So, and 14.3% fat. So percentage of fat has dropped down. My weight's only dropped a couple of 100 grams. So let me just give you the result there. I don't know if you can see that, 75.4. Let me just sort of like, hang on, well, let's do it this way. Whoop, hang on. Try again. Okay, get on. 75.4. 75.4. I don't know if you caught that. You just try it one more time. Oh, there it is. 75.4. 75.4. You got it just there. So we haven't dropped much weight in the last 24 hours. Now, the difference to the last two FMDs to this one is that I would work out still during my previous FMDs, which they don't highly recommend, but I'm reasonably fit. Wasn't much strength training, it was more just slow jogging, running, but a fair amount. And the last two times I dropped about 2.5 to 3 kilos. In fact, the last time. This time my weight has dropped off about, if you remember, I weighed in at 77 kilos at the beginning of the week, and we're at 75.4. Only 1.6 kilos came off, but this time I didn't do any working out pretty well. I did one 3-kilometer run. But I've let the body completely rest. There's been no supplements, nothing. It's that 1 week of just real rest and digest. Okay. Interestingly, my HRV has gone through the roof. So my heart rate variability has been really high. I almost went over to parasympathetic. Mind you, I did have a cold. Last week I wasn't feeling that well, and my HRV and my body temperature and so on were actually, my HRV tanked. Body temperature was up, heart rate was up, obviously getting rid of something. And when you come into recovery, it switches over to parasympathetic, and which means in your recovery, and it's come back from that to be nicely in the green. HRV is still really high. So that was really interesting to see. Like last night with my Aura Ring, my average was about 60 on the HRV, and it was peaking like 90. So that was really interesting. Load up on nano silver. What for, Pete? And that's nano silver. That's interesting. So I don't know whether that's the state of ketosis that's done that or what. But anyway, let's get a keto check on here as well. So I crank things up. It should be ready. Unlike last time. Here we go. So at the end of the breath, get my ketonics reader here, and let's go. Kills cold. Oh, okay. Got it. I think I'm good now, mate. I've come out of it. I had it started with sort of a stomach flu, and then it went a little bit around the throat, and now it's gone. Okay. Woo! Okay, let's see what we're going to get in the readings here. Here we go. She's cranking up. And it looks like we peaked at about 18.3. I think it was like 25 yesterday. So it was certainly in a state of puke, almost followed through. We're definitely in a state of ketosis here. And so 18.3 was the reading that we got. I got about 4.4 on the non-invasive unit here, the extents on measuring sugar. Let's see what is on the glucometer. So I'm going to plug that in and do that wonderful thing that load the gun that diabetics have to do way too often. That time I think I hit the nerve. Nice. So let's get some blood on there. Okay. Wow, that one actually hurt. Getting a reading coming up. And we are 4.9. So we're 4.9. I think we're about 4.5, 4.6 on reading on here, so it's not too bad. As far as accuracy, it's close enough. Certainly within the, I think it was medically certified as a Cert 1 device in Europe. So 4.9, so we're good on the blood sugar. We're hovering there, I think it's about 80 or something on the other scale. So that's good. Keto is certainly up because basically all we're doing is eating fat, but it's just really interesting. Even though I've done a little exercise, I only dropped the 1.5 kilos. That's kind of fascinating for me. Pete, you would know this better than me as a physiologist as to perhaps whether that would be normal, because it's like usually double that. Mind you, I've been working out those other weeks, so the 2 other times that I've done it. Nonetheless, the health benefits, rather than the aesthetics, and I do feel that my tummy is certainly flattened out, stem cell production would be peaking. A lot of shitty senescent cells, sick cells have gone or they've been eaten by the other cells. So I've done a big cleanup. Those scales are not reliable. Maybe, right? Because I've been eating about 800 calories a day and haven't been that active this week. Just, one run, a few walks have been happening. Yeah, so that was interesting. So for longevity, a lot of studies point towards fasting. Of course, there's different forms. There's intermittent fasting, where you're taking a big break from eating each day, and Dr. Longo says about 13 hours is kind of ideal. Once again, that's for the general public. Different health types, and getting specific to each individual. For some health types, actually missing or having a light breakfast is actually okay, right? For example, mine. Get DEXA scan. Wow. Oh, that's another. It's another set of scales. Does that connects to the Wi-Fi as well and has the same platform, I'm sure? That's interesting, Pete. I'm going to have a look at that. I've got eye health here, and I've got a Withings in here as well, but I haven't heard of DEXA. And there's another one that just launched this week, along with Vivo, who launched a whole lot of wearable products, which were freaking amazing. X-ray medical. X-ray medical, DEXA scan. What's that for, Pete? I thought we were talking about weight, but that sounds interesting. So the longevity benefits. So 13 hours seems to be the general. Some places are doing it now. Okay, I'm going to check it out. But that's for weight, or that's for what exactly? Longevity benefits. Best test for body fat. Interesting. Right, but it's X-ray, right? You wouldn't want to do that too often, I'm imagining. So great for longevity. 13 hours, FMD. I used to be every week. Now it's about every couple of weeks. I'll also do like a 24-hour fast, where like on a Sunday night, I won't eat until Monday night, right? As well. And that pretty well has got my fasting protocol down, and then every 3 months I'll do what I just did for putting the car in for a service, basically, right? A lot of benefits in resting and digesting. There's a lot of upside there for people that don't do that enough for their bodies, and hence the Oura Ring as well, which is great for sleep analysis to make sure you're getting the right amount of deep. And I've been knocking the deep out of the park been a little bit light on the REM. Low energy compared to normal X-ray. Oh, okay, all right. Just on that, like CT angios are pretty gutsy on the amount of radiation as well, are they not? I think they're the same as a mammogram, which ladies get done about once a year. CT angios, I think, as well. But yeah, I'm going to check that out. DEXA scan. See who's got that here on the Gold Coast, possibly. So that's about it, guys. It's the end of the 5 days. Back to our normal programming next week, and we will have Mindful Monday is Easter Monday. I might or might not come to you on that one, but certainly in Heal.me we need to keep cranking that up. Women should not get mammograms. Yes, I think. Well, there's been stories about over-diagnosis with mammograms, so I don't know if that's what you're talking about, Pete. And I know there's some good infrared stuff apparently that's out there now, which is a lot safer and more accurate apparently. I think it's infrared scanning for for breast cancer, for tumours and so on in women's breasts. So have a great Easter, guys. It's Easter Saturday. Yeah, thermal, that's the one. Yeah. So would highly advise women to go the thermal route these days. And I think it's also not that uncomfortable feeling of, having things squashed. At least, there we go. Go thermal if you haven't already. So have a great Easter. Mammograms can cause cancer. Is that because of the level of radiation and a whole lot of mutated DNA that comes out of that? Which is why they also suggest men 50 and above do CT angios about once every, in fact, not even once a year. I think it's once every couple of years or something. So, yes, have a great Easter. And, Lisa, did you know about the thermal scan? Have you, without getting too personal, have you done a thermal scan at all? But yeah, while we're getting a response to that, have a great Easter, guys. Right, in part, I'm breaking it up here. In part, but also the method. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Is it because the method of like squashing women's breasts? I mean, that's gotta suck. I can't imagine my vital organs being squashed like that for a test. Would not be fun. Especially the, not just the tool, but his, two friends. That wouldn't be fun at all. Yeah, have a great Easter. Great time for connecting with family, friends, loved ones. And we'll see you next week. Yes, know about it, not done it. Right, well, go check it out. And that'd be great. We don't need an FB Live from that one, but to get an FB Live report would be awesome. Or if you did, I'll interview you on the experience. All right, guys. Talking way too much. Thanks for the engagement. Have a great Easter, guys. And for those listening after this over the weekend, when they haven't got much else to do, remember, enjoy life right here, right now, today. It's long Easter weekend. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.